Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Coach Chris coming at you Sunday afternoon, 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time on August 25th, 2024. Just got an email from Top Step, and they're making a pretty major change to their topstepx product. They are going to remove the daily loss limit on topstepx. Now, the daily loss limit setting that they had, and I don't know if it's the same on the other accounts, I'm assuming it is once you hit the daily loss limit, your account was not ineligible for funding. It just simply locked you out of that account for the day. And I always thought that was a pretty decent rule. You know, like on a 50, I think the daily loss limit is $1,000. Once you hit that $1,000 mark, it would simply lock you out of your account, and you'd have to wait 24 hours to start trading again. Well, they've taken that out on topstepx, and it says starting today, we're rolling out one of our most requested updates. So apparently there's been a big call for this, which in a way surprises me, and it just, in my opinion, proves that there's a lot of futures traders that have kind of a gambling mentality, because in a 50K account, if you're losing $1,000 in one day, which is 50% of what you can lose in total on an account, I think that's very poor risk management, and by eliminating it and having none, it just allows people to blow their accounts quicker, because they will. I mean, let's face it, they'll have a bad trade and then they'll revenge trade, or they'll be oversizing to begin with, you know, using contract sizes they have no limit or no reason to be trading with the loss limits that are in place on those side accounts. And then it says important, this update is currently available exclusively on topstepx. They're working on extending it across to their other platform partners soon, but they give no date of when to expect that. So here's what they say. What this means for topstepx traders is every new trading combine reset or new express funded account will be created without a daily loss limit. Now I'm going to show you this. You can set your own limits. You now have the freedom to set a personal daily loss limit that fits your risk tolerance and strategy. And I'll show you within the platform how easily that is to do. Now, there is a warning, increased risk. It's not number one, though. That in my opinion, should be number one. Without the daily loss limit as a safety net, it's more important than ever to stay disciplined and know when to call it a day. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I mean, that's so obvious, it's not even funny, you know. And so this is the company, remembers, that is the one that wants to help you to succeed. They're on our side. And, you know, making a move like this just shows, I do trade on them, so I'm not knocking it, but it just shows that whose interest do they really have in mind? Even if your customers were demanding it, I don't see a reason to. It's not, it just does. I can see no rational reason to do this. I think on Take Profit Trader, I think if you hit 500 in a day, your account is disabled. At least that's the way it used to be. So I don't know. Then they say 100% full control. You have the power to decide whether you want more room to the downside or need stricter limits. And I'll show you that in a second. More room to trade. Without a daily loss limit, you have immediate access to your full maximum loss limit. Well, just because you have access to it doesn't mean you know, this to me is not encouraging proper risk management. Part of learning how to trade is trading within your limits. Just like if you have a live account, a cash account, or what have you, you have to learn to trade within your limits, or there is a higher likelihood that you are going to trade outside of your means and blow your account. I mean, there's just no other way. At least in a prop firm environment, you're limited as to what you paid for that that prop account, in this case your combine, that's all you're out. But if you do this in your own cash account, you're liable for the amount you have invested in that account: 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 100,000. These prop firms were designed supposedly to help you learn how to trade, and I don't see how this helps you to learn how to trade. Your objective is not to trade the maximum you can trade, in my opinion. Your objective in using these prop firm accounts obviously is to stay within their rules, but in reality it's to teach you how to trade consistently, how to set proper loss limits, how to size your sizing accordingly. Once you are a proven trader, then you can increase your account size and things like that. But I would say 90% of the people trading on these prop firms, they aren't consistent traders. They're gamblers. They're YOLO traders where they're looking for that big hit, and so this just plays right into their hand. And then it says you can find more information in the Help Center. But I'm just going to go over to my Top Step account here. Let me see if I can move this around just to give you a little better idea. And let's see, I don't know if I can. I guess I'm going to move it over this way just so you can see. So in topstepx, if you go over to the left, there's a gear here, which is your settings. And so when you click on that settings, you have your options along the top here of what you want to do. You have copy trading here to the left, your risk settings, and that's the one we're going to come back to. You have your charts and data, privacy, hotkeys, and miscellaneous. But the risk settings are going to be what I'm going to go to. So first of all, you have your position risk settings. And so this is what is commonly referred to as a bracket order. And so what you do here is you set the amount of risk you want to incur and the amount of profit that you want to incur. I always do a one risk to 2% reward. And so when you enter a trade, it will automatically show on your screen where your take profit and stop loss is, and then you can adjust it accordingly. Now over here is where our personal loss limits are. You can set a personal daily loss limit, but then here is what happens when you do hit that personal daily loss limit. Under the current system, once you hit $1,000, you were locked out of your account. There was no way to open that back up for more trading. But here, you can see what you have a choice of is either to liquidate your position, meaning that if you hit whatever you set here as your loss limit, that current trade will be liquidated, but you will not be restricted from trading for the rest of the day. You can immediately come back in and trade more. And we all know what's going to happen if you get stopped out and your position is liquidated by hitting this. You're going to come back and revenge trade. Let's just face it. And then the last option here is to liquidate and block. Now, one of the things that Top Step does have, which is kind of a neat thing, is there's a stop sign right here to the right of your account figures. And this is a manual lockout, meaning that at any time during the day, you can click on that and it will ask you to acknowledge it. And if you do, you're locking yourself out of trading on that account for the day. And I think this is a great, great feature because once you hit that profit, you want to lock it in and make sure you don't go back later in the day and piss it all away, for lack of a better word. You can do that. And then it will ask for a confirmation. I'm not going to click on it. Well, let me just do it and see what happens. See. So it comes up with a confirmation, confirm trading lockout. By clicking yes above, you will be locked out from trading. There's my account number. I don't care. Any open positions or working orders will be flattened. And then you click here and it locks you out. And there is no way to get back in. Even their customer service cannot allow you to get back in. And then it's the same here. You have a take profit target. You set the amount, and then you have the option of what happens when you do hit that take profit. Either do nothing, liquidate the current trade, or liquidate and block you. So there's the new rule that just came out on topstepx. Maybe some people will like it, but personally, I don't think it's a great change. So, Coach Chris signing off for the moment. I may make another video before the night ends, even though it's Sunday night. I've got a couple ideas of videos I want to make, but it'll all depend if I have time or not. So, but I for sure will be trading tomorrow. I'm hopefully going to be trading once or a couple contracts live if I'm able to, and the market conditions are such that that warrant it. So thanks all my new subscribers. I really, really appreciate all of you. And take a look at that AccuTrader.net system. I'm going to be showcasing more of it in the coming days, some of the things it can do that you may not be aware of and how it may help you. So Coach Chris signing off. Take care.